up, what's up, what's up? It's your man Chazz Ellis once again giving you the information that you asked me for. First thing I want to tell you guys is this is the absolute last day. You got about 12 hours left to support as Chazz Ellis presents the game plan on Indiegogo. If you want to get questions answered, if you want a DVD, if you want a consultation, anything that you're looking for, well, almost anything. I mean, I ain't with all of that, but anything you're looking for the most part, go to As Chazz Ellis Presents the Game Plan on Indiegogo. You can click the annotation. It's going to be somewhere around here. Make sure you click that and make sure you support. You got 12 hours left to do that. If everybody gave $1, we'd be there and more. Make sure you go ahead and do that. We just need to get the bare minimums, really, and I can do the rest myself. Handle that. Help me out. Help everybody out that's listening and needs help. You know what I'm saying? Be a part of that. Anyway, also what I want you to do is go to the ChazzEllisProject.com and answer this question. We're having great discussions. It's dope. I'm enjoying them. I'm getting involved. It's the shizzle, for nizzle, for rizzle. I don't know what I just said. But anyway, it was dope. So make sure you go to that and answer the question, is marriage outdated? That's the question. Pull back, no punches, period. Say what you want to say. I don't care what it is. Whatever. Say what you want to say. We'll let it through. We don't let everybody speak their mind, go back and forth. So try to keep it civil as much as possible, but say what you want to say. Anyway, the question that I got was, it was based on, basically, I made a video called It's Good to Be Easy. And somebody asked me point blank, they said, should you have sex on the first date? That's a good question. And it was pretty much for anybody, man or woman. I'm going to try to break it down for both. I always say this to women. You should wait till you're in a relationship to have sex. Now, I want to say this because I want to clarify that. There are no blanket rules in life. Period. I mean, even rules like if you shoot somebody in the head, they die. That's not even a blanket rule. People don't always die. Even rules like, any rules like what goes up must come down. I mean, it seems like a blanket rule, but, some stuff is up in the air and been up in the air. We don't know if it's going to come down or not. So there's certain things that you would think there's a blanket rule to, but people are people. People are individuals. So that's one of those things where you can't really say, yes, everybody's supposed to wait till they're in a relationship to have sex. The reason why I say that for women, it's not necessarily about what the man is going to think about you, but most of the time, as a female, when you have sex with somebody, you become emotionally involved. You become emotionally vulnerable when you have sex. This is why I say wait till you're in a relationship. Because if you know that when you have sex with somebody, you get emotionally involved and you're going to start acting crazy, if that person doesn't reciprocate, why would you put yourself in that position where you're emotionally vulnerable and they're not? That's an L. So if you know that's you, then no, you should never have sex on the first date. You should never have sex until you are in a fully committed relationship where you know that person feels the same way about you that you feel about them. Now, that's not everybody, though. Everybody's not in that boat. There's some females whose sex really isn't that big of a deal to them, and they really don't get emotionally caught up in the situation. If you're in that very small percentage of females, and it's a small percentage, but it does exist, and you could be one of them. If you know you can handle that kind of thing, then I say more power to you, because that's how you may gauge things. Because especially if you feel like sex is a super ridiculously important part of a relationship, and you feel like if this person isn't up to par sexually, I don't want nothing to do with them. If that's how you feel, then it wouldn't make sense for you to wait until you're in a full-fledged relationship and y'all are both in love with each other, and then you get hit with a deal breaker. You see what I'm saying? It wouldn't make sense. So in that situation, if that's how you are and that's how you carry yourself, and I'm not saying that negatively or anything like that, but I'm saying that that's what goes on in your mind and you could take that, then I think it is a good idea for you to have sex. I wouldn't say necessarily on the first date, but if that's what you want to do, go right ahead. But I would say whenever you feel the need or feel the connection, do what you want to do because you know you. But keep it real with yourself. If you're the type of person that's going to break down and start crying, be outside of somebody's house, texting them every day, and they don't reciprocate, then don't do it. If you know you can't disconnect your emotions, or you know you can't still keep a clear head after you have sex, then I'm saying do not do it. Be real with yourself. And this also goes for guys. For the most part, men can have sex with women and emotionally disconnect. Like, yeah, I hit it, so it usually doesn't affect us. But that's not everybody. If you're a dude and you know good and well that you get emotionally connected and you become confused whenever you have sex with somebody, if you know that that's how you are, if you know you're not the type of person that can hit it and just keep walking, then you should never have sex early. You should always make sure that you have sex after you've been in a serious relationship with the girl, so she's emotionally connected too. Because the worst case scenario for you is that you run into a girl that doesn't get emotionally connected after sex, and you do. So y'all have sex first date. You like, oh, I think she really like me. We down. We going with each other. And she's like, not so much. Now you start feeling bad about yourself. You're like, what's the D bad? What's up with that? I don't know if I want to. Oh, now you're crying and stuff like that, trying to call a girl up. I love you. I love you. Why are you doing me like this? Forever, my lady. It's like a dream. You don't want to be that dude, you know. So that can happen. Leaving voicemails and texting them and stuff and just going crazy, you know. So you know whether you're the type of person that can deal with that or not. Like, you know how you are. So don't do it if you know you could not handle it. Another thing, a lot of times when you have sex with somebody really early, as a man, that consistent sex can cause you to really put up with some stuff you probably wouldn't put up with in any other situation. Here's what I mean. Like, a lot of times you have that consistent sex with somebody, and instead of being the type of person that's going, you know what, I'm not cool with this, I'm not cool with the way she's treating me, you're like, man, I don't want to give up that sex. You're like, I hit it quick and I don't want to get that up. You know, so you don't want to be in that situation where you have sex with somebody, you don't want to give that up, so you put up with a lot of other crap. So be careful of that. You know, having sex early can affect both people negatively. And it can also be a good thing for some people. Some people, that's something that they just get out of the way and be like, you know what, we had sex now. That's something that, you know, I can really be sure that most of the things that you're doing are authentic. And not just stuff that you're, like, you got to understand that for a lot of females. When they have sex early, it's like, okay, now what you're doing is authentic because you already hit it. You know, a dude ain't about to go take you on a hot air balloon ride after he already smashed unless he wants to. He's like, I already smashed. I don't need to take you on no hot air balloon ride unless I really want to. So sometimes when you take that out of the way and out of the equation, it does help. And it does make the relationship more real. So that's something that I would, you know, take into consideration. But at the end of the day, it really is all about you and all about how you handle sex. Your beliefs, what you're trying to gain from the relationship, and what the other person is trying to gain from the relationship. If those things are all in line and they add up to you having sex together the first time y'all meet, who am I to tell you not to do it? Because everybody's going to take a different path to their relationship. And that's based on who you are. A lot of people going to come at you with blanket rules based on their belief system or whatever the case may be. But there are no blanket rules in life. It's somebody out there. I just was reading, I was on the ChazzEllisProject.com and somebody left a comment about, you know, when I said, do you think you could be in a relationship after having sex on the first date? And dude was like, me and my wife had sex on the first date. You know, we've been married for 13 years. So I was like, okay, well, dang, it worked out for somebody. Even if they break up tomorrow, let's be real. How many people here have been married for 13 years? So that's a success. So it's one of those things where you can't really tell. It really does depend on you and them. You know, and if you know yourself and you say, man, when I have sex, it totally messes me up, then you want to wait. If it's one of those things where you're like, you know what, really, this is just the way I use sex to screen people. You know, some people are like that. That's how they do. They're like, okay, I don't want you. Okay, let me go focus on somebody who I do want. Then I say go for it. You know, that's the way you should be then. Cool. So hopefully I was able to help you out. Once again, it's your man, Chazz Ellis. Make sure you go to Indiegogo.com and support as Chazz Ellis presents the game plan. This is your last day to do it. Please go there and support. Whatever you can support with, it's cool. We're happy to get it. Do your thing. Also, make sure you go to the ChazzEllisProject.com. Answer the question, is marriage outdated? You know, is it an outdated concept? Is it still viable for today's world? Let us know. Once again, it's your man Chazz Ellis. Make sure you share this video. Also, like and subscribe. Keep doing that. Share it with your homies all willy-nilly like. Alright. Oh yeah, hit me up on Ask Chazz Ellis on Facebook also. And on Twitter. Tweet me. All of that. Peace.